You damn near made me wet myself.
Episode 6 of the Star Wars Ahsoka Tano series left me feeling something. Something dark, creepy, something we've never seen in Star Wars live action before. In fact, we haven't seen much of it outside of the novels. Now, one could say that we saw this sort of dark, scary thing in the Clone Wars, but that was animation. That really didn't hold its ground as far as being truly terrifying. Now, when we thought of Grand Admiral Thrawn's reintroduction or introduction into live action period, we thought, okay, that's going to be cool to see Thrawn in live action and see Lars Mikkelsen playing Thrawn and being that character that he voiced so long ago and bringing to life those novels. But there's something that we didn't really think about. How was he going to be reintroduced? Well, with Thrawn came a new set of stormtroopers, a new type of stormtroopers, and one in particular, Captain Enoch. And that's not dismissing the other stormtroopers that are about. At first glance, it looks like they've just been in disrepair for a while. They have no new armor aboard their ship, the Chimera, and they just duct tape themselves together with enough duct tape to make any do-it-yourselfer damn proud. And not only them, but we also got 3 Witches of Dathomir, 3 new ones, Night Mothers as they're being called. And these are the creepiest things. Yeah, they were creepy in the Clone Wars and other iterations and novels and such, but this just solidifies how dark they really are. Akin to the stories of Greek mythology and the 3 fates. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have already talked about what these stormtroopers and Enoch really are, but let's talk about it again, shall we? And let's get a little deeper into it. But first, before we get into the dark creepiness that I'm about to talk about, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors of this video. Columbia Rican 31, Ian Henry 1031, and the Indian John Smith. Thank you guys for everything you do. No, they don't give me anything. They don't sell me anything. They don't give me any money. It's just they love the channel, and I appreciate that. So let's hear their word.
Do you have a wedgie? Don't pick it. Let someone else do it. That way your hands are free to subscribe to my channel. After you subscribe and your booty crack is free of obstruction, thank the one who liberated your rump with a tongue depressor. But subscribe to my channel now, and let's bring fun back into the Star Wars fandom.
Okay, as I was talking about Captain Enoch and Thrawn's Night Stormtroopers, if you didn't know, that's what they're being called. And there's a correlation there. You look at their 3 women are called Night Sisters, and these Stormtroopers are called Night Troopers. Kind of a little giveaway there, isn't it? Yeah, seems like Night Sisters have conjured up some new troops for Thrawn. As someone else in another video of mine pointed out, there are no officers present with Thrawn. Seems they're all gone. Yes, a captain is an officer, but I'm talking about the officers that display their rank proudly with their uniforms and their nice clean-cut hair and big sideburns and such, which we don't see any of at this time. Now, we might see some later once we get into the Bridge of the Chimera or the Bridge of the Eye of Sion. Now, that's just saying that we haven't seen any officers yet, and there may be some arrive later. Well, like I said, I'm repeating myself. I need to stop doing that. But in the original trilogy, we got stormtroopers. Uniform. All look the same. All have the same helmets, all shiny and new, and except for the sand troopers, they were a little dirtier. But you know what I mean. They all blended in together. Now, we have a new variant of stormtrooper that is creepy as hell. And it's not just because their armor is in disrepair for being stuck for 10 to however many years. But now their outer appearance shows what their inner souls are like. Not good. And now we look at the dialogue between Morgan Elsbeth, the Night Sisters, Thrawn, and Sabine, and Baylan Skoll, and all these characters in the show, in the Ahsoka series. We look at their interactions, and it seems Thrawn is kind of scared. He doesn't want to stay on this planet. He doesn't say that they need to get away and get back to their galaxy to fulfill some grand plan. No, he says we need to escape this galaxy. Escape. Okay, yeah, they've been prisoners there for a while, but now they have the means to escape. It shouldn't be escape anymore. It should be we need to get back and fulfill these plans. But that means as creepy as Thrawn and his stormtroopers are being in this moment, there's something worse out there. And it has them scared to death. Now, that brings me to another question. What are in these coffins that they're bringing aboard the Chimera that Enoch was supposed to be in charge of loading in? Now, was this another army of deceased Night Sisters that the mothers are going to reanimate later for some grand finale or something? Or could it be something else? I'm thinking it's the former. You know, these are Night Sisters that are going to become zombie Night Sisters, just like we saw in the Clone Wars. And how creepy is that going to be? And with everything that's going on, the dialogue between all the characters, they're afraid. Truly afraid. And they have an army of things to be terrified of. What else could be there to be afraid of? And I'm just going to put this out there, the Grisk. You know, maybe they're more terrifying. I don't know. We'll see, though. But in Rebels, when Thrawn appeared in that show, did anybody feel like something was off? His voice is slow and creepy, and it's very meticulous and methodical in the way he speaks. He chooses his words wisely, and it's slow and intentional. Now, look at what he was surrounded by. He was surrounded by the Empire, the regular Empire, the normal Empire, the Empire from back in the day, the OG Empire, if you will. And that put him a little bit out of place. He's from a place where there are scary things, where there are things that just would terrify any normal core citizen of the universe, or galaxy, sorry, not the universe, it's the galaxy. So where he was in the Empire, it just didn't seem fitting. It was too shiny, too new, too brilliant. But now with his creepy voice, his glowing red eyes, and Thrawn's meticulous dark side, and I'm not saying the dark side of the Force, I'm saying he has an inner dark side that, you know, for those who think he wasn't going to be a villain in this show, then I'm sorry. You know, Thrawn has always been a villain, just we got some novels that showed his point of view and kind of threw some of us for a loop. Yeah, me particularly. Yeah, I got thrown for a loop as well. But I do still think there's hope for him. But now I'm rambling again, and I need to stop that. But now Thrawn is keeping company with those who are more befitting of his character. Enoch, the Night Troopers, the Night Sisters, they all make sense. And for those saying that this show's boring, I don't see how this arc could be at all boring. If there's one thing I love other than Star Wars, it's horror movies. And I'm not talking about slasher movies. To me, those are just funny. I know the pain and suffering of people shouldn't be funny, but they're kind of stupid when you watch them. I mean, stupid person goes, checks out stupid noise that would scare any of us, that wouldn't take a gun with us or a knife or something or some baseball bat or something to protect yourself. You're just going to wander out in your underwear and go check out these things. Nah, you're getting slashed. Sorry. You can see it coming a mile away. Not many people live from that. But no, I'm talking about the horror that I like, or the psychological horrors, or the paranormal horrors, such as the Insidious movies or the Conjuring movies. Those are all great to me, and they literally scare the crap out of me, and I'm sure they scare the crap out of other people too. Maybe some people laugh about them and think they're stupid, but me, I don't. I just like the entertainment of it. But now they're mixing horror with Star Wars. Not horror with Star Wars. And in this Ahsoka series, they're really pushing that. Not many of us could foresee something like this, something dark and creepy and scary, really. I mean, these stormtroopers, woof. And if Marrok, we all got him wrong way back when, if Marrok was an indication of what these stormtroopers are, And we can look at the dialogue where Thrawn says that it doesn't matter if Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger die or are stranded there, as well as your mercenaries. They don't matter. What matters is getting the hell out of there and not facing whatever's coming. And I hope this tone continues throughout the Ahsoka series and beyond. I hope we get more of this dark stuff. I don't know, for some reason I like the dark stuff. I've always been drawn to it. Not that I'm dark in my own life. I'm not. I'm more light than probably anybody I know. Yeah, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I have my flaws. But I'm drawn to that in the Star Wars universe. Darth Vader was my favorite character for a long time, then Boba Fett, and then I like these darker characters. And that's one reason, and a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but that's one part of the Rise of Skywalker that I liked, was that scene where Kylo Ren is going in to face the Emperor for first time. It was dark, it was creepy, and yeah, I liked it. And I thought the Emperor just looked cool. Yeah, never mind how he somehow returned. It looked cool. Yeah, I mean, you may not think it fits the story very well or whatever, or it's some kind of shoe-in, but it worked as far as the creepy level. And now I hope they continue that throughout the Ahsoka series. Like I just mentioned, I hope that this dark tone continues. And eventually there's a lighter tone that brings up, but I don't think that's going to happen for this season. I think this season's going to end on a cliffhanger, and we're going to be holding on for a couple years or a decade or however long it takes to get these strikes over with. And I am loving these new Night Troopers and Captain Enoch. I hope we get more of them. And I don't care if we get a backstory to them or anything, but I'm sure we'll see one get shot or hit with a lightsaber and green puff of smoke comes out like a fart. Yeah, I said fart. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think about these new Night Troopers, Stormtroopers, and Captain Enoch, and how creepy this whole planet of Peridia is becoming in the Ahsoka series. I'd love to hear from you. And before I go, here's another quick word from our 3 sponsors of this video. By the way, if you want to be a sponsor of a video, just say you want to sponsor a video. You don't have to give me anything. I'll give you a shout out.
Warning, do not force someone to pick your wedgie. Law of averages suggests that if you ask enough people, someone will do it willingly. Don't forget to use both your free hands to pound the subscribe button. Your booty will thank you for it.
And that's all I have for today. Until the next video, this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace, even if it's creepy. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way.